Hi. Good evening, everyone. So, this is me, Effie. How are you? So, I am so privileged to be with you this evening because I have this, you know, big guts to talk about this common verb has, have, and had. And when are we going to use them? So, this is very common, or these are common, small words in English, but the rule when are we going to use them is really important. Okay, so please come with me, let's talk. I really decide to go live to be natural. Will know so much what's this so no spending so much time in editing the video. But anyway, just be patient with my hoarse voice. I am going to try my best to modulate my voice. Well, I'm using this one because I really have to exert this effort to talk. Okay, so let's start with the basic, just very basic, the verb. We have these three common words, the has, the have, and the had. When are we going to use them? We encounter them almost every time or almost every day or what? Yes, every time we meet or when we are going to watch video or movies, or if we listen to native speakers, if we listen to English news, we always hear this one. But the question is, when are we going to use them? So I will present a very simplified presentation on when to use this has, have, and had. Okay, so let's go back a little. We have this singular and we have this plural. Okay, before we discuss this has, have, and had, we need to go back a little that singular and plural because we need to understand this or a little review about this one. It will help us to understand more when to use has, have, and had. Okay, so of course, when we say singular, we're just talking about one, and if we talk about plural, we talk about at least two or more. And then aside from the number, the singular and the plural, we also have this present tense and past tense. Okay. So present tense, of course, it is still happening at this moment, at this time. Past tense, the actions are done, are gone, were gone. Okay. So that's it. We have the singular and the plural when we talk about number. And then we have the present time, the present tense, and the past tense. Now, there are two categories. Again, the number in the tense. So we have this has, okay, and have, all right? And we have this had. Very short, but very important. Remember, has and have are the same when we talk about present time, okay? Present time. Take note of that. So has, and then we have when we talk about present time at this moment, right? And then we have this past time or past tense. We have to use had. All right. So remember, has and have in the present time, and then we have past, the had. So now, when are we going to use them? When we talk about numbers. Take note of this one. We have this pronoun I, you, she, he, we, they. Take note of that. Let's have pronouns first. We have the I, okay? We have you, she, or he, okay? And then we have they, and we have we. So the basic pronouns here, I, you, he, she, he, they, we. What are we going to use? For example, I have a dog. I has a dog. I had a dog. What's the correct word to use there? I and you, we have to use have. When we are referring to the present time, that is given. I and you, we always use have when we are referring to the present time. Okay, so take note of this one. When are we really going to use has and have? I is singular. You, it can be singular, it can be plural. If I'm going to say you, I maybe talk to you as one person or to you all, two or more people. Okay, so it depends to whom are you referring it to. But singular or plural, referring to one person or more, use have. Okay, so singular or plural, that is always have. Now, she, he. Okay, she and he, these pronouns are singular, referring to one person. So when we are going to refer to one person in the present time, we are going to use has. He has a dog. She has a dog. Okay? So singular in the present time. Now, how about this one? They, referring to many. They have dogs. Okay? They have dogs. Or they have dog. Maybe three of them and they have only one dog. Okay? And then we, plural, have. Okay? We have dogs. We have dogs. Take note. Let us make it clear. Let us make it clear. We use has if our subject, if we are referring to singular subject. And then we are going to use have when we are referring to plural subject. Okay. Again, example. Anna has a doll. Okay, I use has there because I have Anna, one person in my sentence. And then, if I'm going to say Anna and Carla, I'm talking about two people here, two ladies. Anna and Carla have. Okay? Have. Anna and Carla have. Or, if I am Anna, I'm going to say we have. And then Carla is my best friend. I am Anna. Carla is my best friend. We have. All right? Or I'm talking about them. So I can say they have. Take note. Has. Singular. One person. Have. Plural. Two or more. Okay. So I hope it's clear. Again, in the present situation, in the present time, we talk about has, or we are going to use has and have in the present time. Has if the subject is singular, and have if the subject is plural. So these are the examples now. Anna, one person, has. Anna and Carla, two persons have. We are referring to this time now. Then we have. Then they have whatsoever. All right. So I hope it's clear. Now let's go to had. Let's go to had. When are we going to use had? This three-lettered word is very basic. It's very short, but you need to be very careful in using them. Okay. Now, a while ago, I talked about past time, past tense. When we talk about tenses, okay, talk about past tense. So when we say past tense, the action was done. The actions were done, not happening now. It's not happening now. So we have had. For example, I'm going to say, Anna, a while ago I said, Anna has a doll in that present time. What if I'm going to say it now, but then at this time, Anna does not have a doll? All right. So I'm going to say, Anna had a doll. All right. So if I'm going to use had there, I am referring to the past time. At that time, Anna had a doll, but no doll at this time. She does not have a doll at this moment. Okay. Had, it's past already. Okay. We had dogs. Well, yes, we had dogs. That was before, but we don't have dogs now. All right. Okay. So, very basic. Remember, we talk about singular and plural, and we talk about present and past tense. Okay. So, we use has if our subject is singular, only one. We use have if our subject is plural, both in the present tense. And then we're going to use had, singular or plural, past tense. So we can use Anna, that is singular, but since we are referring to the past tense or past time, we use had there. I use we there, that is plural. But since I talk about the past event, so I use had. We had. So singular or plural, we can use had. All right. Okay. So it's just a matter of practice, a very just practice. Keep in mind, just always keep in mind singular, plural, present time, and past time. Okay. So, but before I end this video, since I make this video live presentation to how to speak fluently in that group, there are 70,000 people or members in that group. So I just would like to share some tips here on how are we going to speak with confidence. All right. So, you know, there are things we need to consider. Okay. So how are we going to speak with confidence? Sometimes, oh, I don't want to talk because I'm scared. Uh, I don't want to commit mistake. No, it's okay to commit mistake. Okay, so let me tell you or let me share to you the some some tips on how are we going to speak with confidence. So you cannot have it in just a snap of a finger. Well, we have to consider. We have to put ourselves into a situation wherein we can put it into practice. Okay, first thing is, uh, you need to do you need to do it you need to start speaking in English. Okay, so without any hesitation, talk, speak. Do not think about any rules, any logic. Just speak, because if you will not speak, then you will not be confident, and also you won't know if you can speak correct English or not. So most importantly, you can speak correct English after you practice. Okay, so most importantly, anyone can only correct you if you will speak English with them. So how will you be corrected if you are not going to talk to them or speak with them in English? Okay, so that's really important. Next is, don't just study English. No, we keep on studying English. No, do not just study it. Speak it. Speak. Never mind again, never mind the logic. Never mind the rules yet. Just speak. Okay? Because that is practice. Okay. Second thing is to remember, second thing to remember for learning English is that you need to cram it. So, do you remember when you were young, you learn your mother tongue, right? When you were young, you learn your mother tongue in a span of time. When you were born, you don't know how to speak yet. But what happened? Why are you speaking right now? Okay, so I am sure you did not go to school to learn grammar first. You just practice. You put it into practice. You act. You speak. Okay, so same thing applies with any language you want to learn, especially English. So you need to mimic correct sentences over and over again. And if I am not wrong, then most of us remembers introduction for like interview or to start conversation or anything else, that you would just speak. Okay, just speak and speak and speak. Practice. So how to speak English? Practice, practice, and practice. Okay, so that's the second step. Now the third thing to remember is, for speaking in English, is that you have to speak without thinking instantly. So without thinking instantly. So when you want to speak in English effectively, then you need to recall the information immediately. How will it happen? So well, in order to do so, you need to memorize all the information in English and then practice a lot. Okay? So that's it. Practice, again, practice, and practice. Then we have here, last but not the least, only reading, listening, and watching English will help you know more about the language. So, again, reading, listening, and watching English will help you know more about the language. But to be able to speak in the language, you really need to speak it. So, make friends with people who can speak English. Make friends with people who know the language, the English language, or join online groups like, like right now, I'm speaking to this online group of English or people who want to learn English, or any local group near your place who provides the facility for you to speak English. And only after a week, you will see the difference. You will observe that, I'm talking, I'm speaking the language. Okay? So still you have there practice, practice, practice. So it's just like, I want you to speak English. I want you to speak English. Okay. So you will not learn the language if you are not going to speak it. So if you follow all this advice religiously, you will see that within a short span of time, you are becoming more confident. Those are just simple ways for you to, build your confidence to speak. So once you get the confidence to speak in English, then think about the rules, the intonation. Okay? So talk about the rules, intonation, and accent. So those are the second steps now. Build your confidence first. And then once you have this confidence already, that's the time that you are going to focus on your intonation, your accent, and the rules in English in using it. So I hope This will give you some tips on how are we going to build our confidence in speaking the language, the English language. All right. So once again, this is Effie. I hope you like it. I hope I am able to help you in my own little way. And please don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so that you will be notified when I have new videos. And then you can also request what topic would you want me to discuss or to share with you. I will be very much willing as long as I can have it in this span of time. So I just have to arrange them and deliver it to you. So please subscribe and press the notification bell for you to be updated on my next videos. Once again, this is Effie and thank you so much. Bye bye.